Hello, I'm Brittany Zimdahl, and welcome to the Trojan Journal. This episode, we're going to concentrate on following your dreams. What we'll do today is take a look at some upcoming events for April, and then of course, if I am a student and I am looking to get started with Troy University, how do I apply? I've got a lot of financial aid questions. We'll get to answering all of those today. We'll also meet with our chair and some of our professors from Human Services and Social Work program, which is one of the newest programs we have here at Troy University. We'll also meet with some of our students, one in particular that has already completed her Master's of Social Work, and two that are currently working on their coursework now. So we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Trojan Journal. Now let's take a look at some upcoming events here at Troy University. First off will be Student Appreciation Week, scheduled for April 3rd through the 6th. It'll be at 5:15 to 6:15 each night. And this is a great event because it does allow us to give back to our current students. We have a variety of community sponsors that have helped us out with this event, ranging from Troy Bank and Trust to Consolidated Electrical Distributors to Whitewater Express, Aflac. As you'll see on your screen, a variety of folks that have really helped us with this event, and we're thankful for that. So students, during this week, feel free to come into class a little bit early, enjoy the refreshments, and of course, get your name in for those prizes. Must be present to win. You can check out more information on our Facebook page, Troy University on the Chattahoochee. Another exciting upcoming event is our career fair, scheduled for April 21st. That's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that event will be held at our Riverfront campus in the atrium downstairs. And we'll have a variety of different employers available that have current open positions, all ranging from our different departments of study, whether it be social work, business, IT, so quite a variety of different folks available for you to chit-chat with. You can find more information on Trojan Link. If you haven't updated your account on there, I do recommend that you do, but you will see the event and you can register there. For all of our alum who are interested in the event, simply just register when you walk in the door. And lastly, another upcoming event is our open house scheduled for April 26th, and that will be from 5:30 to 7:30. This is a great time for any of you that are interested in attending school and have some questions. We'll have our student services personnel available to you at your disposal, be able to talk about admissions itself, financial aid, and answer any of those questions that you may have. The other nice caveat to that is the application fee that evening will be waived, so it does help out on the budget piece. But if you have any questions, always feel free to refer back to our website, which is troy.edu/Phenix City. It'll look like this when you pull it up, or of course our Facebook page, Troy University on the Chattahoochee. So one of the areas that we'd like to concentrate on for this episode is, now that I am ready and interested to apply and become a student at Troy University, how do I do that? What are the steps? So let's make this easy and kind of break it down so we help answer as many questions as we can. And don't forget, if we go through all of this and you still have questions or I went too fast, you can always visit Student Services at either the 431 campus or at the Riverfront. We're available to help answer your questions and guide you through this process. So step one is really creating your profile and completing your application. Easy enough. You go to our website at troy.edu/Phenix City, and this is what it'll look like when you come to the web page. If you simply scroll down on your left-hand side, you'll see Apply Today. Feel free to click that button, and this page will pop. This is our enrollment page. You'll be able to create your profile. You'll click up there. Creating your profile is simply very standard information, name, address, phone number, your contact information. And then from there, you'll move on to your application. Now the application process is going to ask you about your past education history. And I do recommend that you get a copy of your past transcripts. Of course, Student Services can help you with that process as well if you have any questions. An application fee is at the end of the application. For undergraduate, it's $30, and for graduate, it's $50. Now, of course, if you come during our open house on April 26th, that application fee will be waived. But what you'll see through this process, it's just a normal Q&A type session to fill out that application. Now, once you complete your application, you'll probably have questions on financial aid. The location to find all of that, if you're back on our main website, which again, troy.edu/Phenix City, you'll see, again, on the left-hand side, there's a button for financial aid. Once you click there, you'll actually see a variety of different information, and it'll be based on the academic year that you're interested in. So for example, if I'm interested in the 2017-2018 academic year to go back to school, you can click on the checklist, and easy enough, it will actually pop up the checklist for you to take a look at. So it'll provide the links and where to go, and a lot of the crucial information to help you with completing your financial aid. Now again, if you have more questions and need more of a step-by-step guide, you can always come visit us. You can call 334-448-5185 and speak to a financial aid advisor, and they'll be able to assist you. So once you complete your application and if you're accepted into Troy University, you'll actually be contacted in 3 different ways. So you'll get a phone call, you'll get a letter in the mail, and an email. And all of that information will provide to you your Trojan Web Express, which you'll be able to log into and find more of your information on your next steps, as well as your academic advisor and their contact information. I do recommend that you contact them as soon as you can, so that way you can really start talking about the classes you want to take and get registered into those classes. Of course, again, if you have any questions, just feel free to come to our webpage, troy.edu/Phenix City, and it will have most of the resources that you're searching for.
Hi, my name is Patty and I represent Troy University's Phenix City. I have a couple of tips for you to better prepare your transition into the university. 1. Come visit us. Bring in your unofficial transcripts. This will help us guide you and give you a better idea of where you stand as an incoming student. Do you want to find out what degrees work best with the credits you may already have? We have an on-site evaluator for that. Or you can email your unofficial transcripts to dmc@troy.edu and you'll get an unofficial evaluation in 48 hours. It is important that you give yourself enough time to apply, order transcripts, and ask important questions. We recommend you start preparing 2 months prior to the term that you wish to start in. Finally, the 2-month time frame will also help you better prepare for financial aid processing. We recommend that you print out the financial aid checklist for your review at troy.edu/financial aid.
Well, thank you so much for considering Troy University as you do continue on with your career goals.
Well, a Master's of Social Work is a terminal degree for those people who are interested in gaining licensure and practicing on an advanced level in the field of helping people. So if you're really interested in helping people in a variety of areas, that would be the degree you'd go after. It really is focused toward a person who has a calling to help other people. Domestic violence, substance abuse, counseling for youth, persons who are terminally ill, veterans, immigrants from other countries. It's very broad in its application.
One of the things I like to tell our students as we are accepting new students in is you got to make sure this is your season. You have to make sure that your family is ready for you to come back to school, that you're ready to come back to school, and that you're prepared for the workload that comes with getting an MSW degree. Not only is this a serious, intense program, but the CSWE states that every MSW student who gets a degree has to do a field placement. If you're in the 2-year program, that could be 900 hours outside of your family responsibilities and your work responsibilities. And as an advanced standing student, that's 500 hours. What that looks like is almost a part-time job. You do 22 to 40 hours a week of an internship, but what makes that important is we are providing you with direct practice experience before you go into the field. So, one of the things that as we're wanting you to come in, and apparently many students are capable of doing it. Is you just want to make sure that this is the season for you to do that, because it will be a lot of work.
I've had to learn how to study again. 15 years ago when I was an undergraduate, starting out as an undergraduate, everything came easy for me, and I've had to learn how to study with my older brain, and that's been a challenge for me. So,
a hurdle that I overcame is balance. Balancing time and family life, schoolwork, work. So it's kind of just time management was my biggest hurdle.
You know, I had persevered, and I think that that's what made me strive to get my master's degree, because I felt like it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter the mistakes that you've made in the past, that if you don't give up and you have that will for success, then you can do it.
Actually, with a master's in social work, the world is your oyster. You can go wherever you'd like to. There are jobs in the United States, there are local jobs, there are state jobs, there are federal jobs. If you're interested in working in disasters, then you can do federal jobs. There are jobs with the military, especially in this country. Actually, and if you want to travel overseas, India, England, China, the South American countries, practically everywhere in the world has an interest in hiring master's level social workers.
I get to stand up for human rights and social justice. That's exciting. It's a diverse field, so I get to change areas if I'm interested. If I get burned out or interested in another area, I can change. There's a lot of diversity in the social work field. There's so many different areas to work in.
I currently work for Alabama Pre-Post Adoption Connections, which is a program of Children's Aid Society in the state of Alabama. We are a collaborative effort between Alabama's DHR and Children's Aid Society to help strengthen and empower adoptive families in the state of Alabama.
The other thing, as you are considering Troy University Phenix City MSW program, is to think about the fact that we are one of the very few nighttime programs. We are geared towards the working adult in regards to your schedule. You come in at 6 o'clock, and classes are only one night, possibly 2 nights a week, depending on the course. The rest is done online through Blackboard.
When I first started school at the young age of 18, I didn't do so well and ended up with a very low GPA. And so at the age of 28, I decided I wanted to pursue social work. And so when I started back to school, I had a .47 GPA, and I had a lot of fear of failure with going back to school. And social work gave me that passion to be back in school and to passion to learn again. I noticed that Troy here in Phenix City had a social work program. So I applied and unfortunately didn't get accepted because I had such a low GPA. So I decided, okay, well, I'll go to Chattahoochee Valley Community College and start over. So I had to retake all these classes that I had done so poorly in, and I think I spent about 2 years retaking all these core classes, and then finally got accepted into Troy on a conditional basis because of the GPA that was still in the process of being pulled up, and was admitted into the social work program. So it was a lot of work to get into Troy, and once I did, I felt like I finally had that passion reignite with social work like I talked about. And so from there, it was like the classes, the grades were there with social work because I had found my passion. I completed my bachelor's degree, and when I started back to Troy for the master's program, it was like a fresh start. I didn't have that low GPA that I had started off with haunting me anymore. It was like a clean slate, and so I ended up completing my master's degree at Troy with a 4.0 GPA.
A lot of academic programs, especially as they get higher up in degrees, hire what are called academic faculty, those people who have worked in academics all of their life, all of their academic careers, and don't have any practical experience. We have what are called hybrid faculty, We have faculty that not only have the academic and publishing experience, but also have the direct practice and clinical experience. For example, myself, I've had 30 years of clinical training, and Dr. Waller, who's the director of the program, has as many years in direct practice as I do. All of our faculty are required to carry state licensure and have direct practice experience. And so that is what makes us unique and different. When I talk to you in assessment and psychopathology about the assessment of a client, I'm speaking from direct experience, not just from textbook, and so are the faculty in the department. They have walked the walk, and that is what brings a difference to the classroom. It's not an academic chase. You're not just reading a book. You are talking to an experienced clinician.
But when I was a teenager, I had a daughter, but my parents still wanted me to go to college. So I changed my major 5 times, trying to find my calling. And during my matriculation, my daughter was sexually molested, so we had to have a social worker. During that experience, the social worker stated that she had more severe cases on her desk, and I thought right then, I'm going to become a social worker, and every case is going to be serious to me. And once I changed my major for the final time, I knew that that was where I was supposed to be. And so as soon as I finished my BSW from Auburn University, I went straight into my MSW at the University of Alabama. I've been doing it now for about 20 years.
Pour your heart and soul into it to find what your passion is and to find what drives you. And I think that you have to tell yourself to not give up and to put 110% into it. And I think that once you do find what works for you and that passion that you have, then it can help with that determination. And don't give up. It's never too late. And it's worth all the hard work and worth all the effort.